going on? My name is Sous, aka TheChefDoc, and welcome to another video of mine. Today we're going to be cooking again, and this time I got something real special for you, alright? This is one of my favorite holiday favorites. All my families have been raving about this particular recipe. This one's called the Quinoa Tofu mushroom stuffed bell peppers, alright? So we're going to make a nice spread for you, okay? And then we're going to get started. You ready? Come on with me. Right here. Okay. Don't worry. It's not live. It's not Facebook Live, right?
He made me do this. Okay.
So today we're going to be cooking, and I have a guest sous chef in the kitchen today. And what is your name again?
Oh.
Go and introduce yourself.
ARACELI. My name's ARACELI.
Okay.
So
and what?
ARACELI.
ARACELI.
Good job. There you go. You try.
This is not a language tutorial.
Okay.
So we have a guest sous chef today, and she's going to be assisting me. And tell the audience what you do.
Well, I am a medical coder, and I'm also a spin instructor. But you haven't gone to my class, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes. I'm very upset about that.
That's a shame. Okay.
Okay.
So what do you do when you spin?
We ride a bike in place, but we go places. We have hills, we have sprints. It's all
Wait. You spin in place?
Yes, we spin in place.
Why do you spin in place? That doesn't make any sense.
It's like hamsters, you know? It's fun. So,
okay, so we're gonna get cooking today, and just come on with us, all right? Okay, so for this recipe, we're gonna be getting a whole spread of ingredients. Basically, I want you guys to get a carton of extra firm tofu, okay? Depending on the party size of what you're gonna be serving or who you're gonna be serving, for this particular occasion, we're gonna be doing 6 bell peppers. For holidays or bigger party events, you may want to do up to 12, okay? Mushrooms, as part of the actual recipe, I use actual shiitake mushrooms because it has a nice even flow when you actually eat it, and it's really good. It's not as tough and firm like button mushrooms or white mushrooms. Basically green onions or scallions, we got parsley going on over there, and then also salt and pepper as seasoning. And another thing to pick up is Chinese 5-spice, which I'll explain more later, and then also ground cumin, okay? And then everywhere you go, you can pretty much go find an Asian section, and these guys will most likely show up. You'll have low sodium soy sauce and hoisin sauce. Basically, you can substitute this for tamari. And basically, the difference between low soy sauce and tamari is basically tamari is gluten-free. Okay, most soy sauce is actually made from obviously soybeans, but also from wheat products as well. So for you folks that are needing to be gluten-free, I would opt for tamari. $3.75. Okay. And so while that's preheating, we're gonna start meal prepping. So while the oven's being preheated, we're gonna be starting to use tofu. Now, when you go to grocery stores, I encourage you to get tofu that is extra firm, okay, and also organic. And the reason for that is twofold. One, extra firm, it doesn't break apart that easily. If you guys are not well versed with using tofu, it's basically curdled down soy milk and a coagulant is added to it to make it firm, okay? There's ranges from silken to super extra firm that I've noticed in the grocery stores, okay? The reason why you get organic is because a lot of soybeans in our country is genetically modified, in addition to cotton, in addition to canola oil. So there's a lot of things you got to pay attention to. So one of the things is you have to get it organic. So basically we're gonna have this in a small dice. Like so. So basically, I want you to start rinsing the bell peppers. And these guys are gonna start off first, where we're gonna be cutting off the tops and then scooping up the actual parts, all right? So it goes something similar to this. So it basically looks like that. So basically we're going to be sauteing a mixture and then spooning it into here. Leave the tops, all right? So we're going to do that really quick. Basically, we're going to line it up like this, okay? All right, and then scoop the mixture in, okay? So we'll go on to the next step. So next we're going to prepare our shiitake mushrooms. Basically, you want to be able to take the stems off as well. You don't necessarily have to wash them. You can just use a brush to just brush off the dirt from it. So, and I want you to just roughly chop this down, okay? It doesn't have to be to a certain inch or centimeter. Now, one of the things that you may or may not know is that one of the popular things that we put in fast food and convenience Asian takeouts is the ingredient of MSG. That flavors a lot of different foods that we eat. However, MSG is known to cause many different problems, but actually MSG is a derivative of an acid in mushrooms. Mushrooms contain something called glutamic acid, and MSG is monosodium glutamate. It's a derivative of mushrooms. If you add mushrooms to many of your dishes, they produce a lot, they add a lot of flavor to it. And what's great is that it also soaks up a lot of good flavorings. Extra light olive oil, you can use canola oil. Again, be mindful, canola oil is for the most part genetically modified. I like to use extra light olive oil or a mixture of both, and it doesn't burn as fast. A couple of slices of ginger, okay? Ginger is great because in Asian medicine, Ayurvedic medicine, Chinese medicine is used as a warming spice, and for most of our cooking, you really just have to use ginger, okay? Just cook it down maybe 30 or 40 seconds, and then we're gonna add the mixture over here. So basically, you grab this mixture, this is the mushrooms and the tofu, and just kind of lay it on. Now what you also want to do is add some soy sauce like we mentioned before, 5 tablespoons worth. And I can actually, you smell that? Yeah, I can actually smell that from here, so. And after you add that, you want to be able to cook for 5-7 minutes. Just make sure you have a good caramelization. Traditional hoisin sauce is actually made out of oysters, okay? That's where most of the sodium comes from, okay? So we're gonna be doing around 3 tablespoons of this. And I'm just gonna eyeball it. That's enough. Just kind of mix that around. And then we're going to be using Chinese 5-spice. What's in Chinese 5-spice is basically a combination of cloves, fennel, cinnamon, peppercorns. It actually differs depending on which recipe, and another 2 teaspoons of this as well. A little bit of seasoning. There you go, that's it. My hypertensives, don't freak out. Okay, and set this at low heat. Okay, so just lower the flame a little bit. Okay, and while we do that, we're gonna start on the green onions.
This is sharp. Okay,
Nothing fancy about this. It's basically tricolor quinoa that's organic, and basically we're going to be scooping about 2 cups into this, all right? Now the reason why you don't put the quinoa in first is because it could easily cook down and overcook, and you end up burning it, so because it's already pre-cooked. And after this, we're going to end up taking scallions that my lovely assistant has cut off. Okay, so once you're done with the saute mixture, after you include all the ingredients in and after you cook 5 to 7 minutes with the tofu and mushrooms, and then after you add the spices, the soy sauce, the hoisin sauce, and also the scallions you cook for another 2-3 minutes. Make sure it has a nice caramelization. And then after that, you are basically ladling the mixture into each bell pepper.
Yes, sir. This one's mine. Okay. So,
All right.
should I throw the rest of it in it, I guess?
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Now what?
Okay, now we're basically going to stick it into the oven. So now it's been already 375 and it's already cooking. So what we do is that we just leave it for another 25 minutes. And then we're going to periodically check it. Mince some parsley for garnish.
Okay.
My lovely assistant is doing so well.
I'm not chopping any fingers off. That's good.
All right, we're gonna try to rebalance that guy. There you go. So use proper tongs, and once you get it out of the oven, you are able to get a nice caramelization around the edges, which is basically what you want. And basically just plate it like so. Now, whenever you serve this to a larger party, you can include the top to, make it a little bit more fancy, okay? You can do that. We're gonna take a little bit of parsley and garnish it, okay? And that's how you do it.
All right.
Okay.
So
there you go. This is our recipe, the quinoa tofu mushroom stuffed bell peppers, and thank you for assisting, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Happy feasting, everyone.
bye.